Oh, hey, welcome to the vampire show. Can you guys see me? Is it just a face? This is why I have to tan. Shout out to Oregon. Can we lasso the sun from Vegas and bring it over here? I see y'all over there laying out your thong keys. Meanwhile, we over here in Oregon like this. Click. What's up, everybody? It's Lindsay. You are at Clarity Couture. Thank you so much for being here, taking the time out of your very scheduled day today. Yeah, I came in carrying jokes. No, really, though. I can't even lie. I'm so excited to see all the crazy TikToks that are about to pop off. Some of them are coming through. They're really good. So obviously, put my extensions in, and I found my lash glue, and I glued those bitches on my face. Yeah, I think everyone else cracked like a week ago. But if we're being directly honest, I've been self-quarantining for quite a while. The heater always fucks up my jam. So anyways, we actually are going to talk about things today. Real things that matter, I promise. Well, I don't know if you think they matter, but, they matter. And I think an important thing to focus on, while I break everything, is the fact that a lot of people, and this would have been me too if I hadn't listened to my intuition. A lot of people are really, really scared right now, and it's a really daunting and unsettling. It's a very uncertain and unsettling time for people, and I wanted to take some time to really acknowledge the importance of intuition, and I wanted to go a step further and tell you what intuition actually is. Intuition is the connection to your soul that you know innately is true on a feel it in the bottom of your toes and move all the way up through your body until something hits your top of your head like a bell. Know it better. On a physical sense, your intuition, when you can hear it, goes through the solar plexus chakra and it gives you a gut yes or a gut no. When you're not connected to your intuition in the sense of gut yes connection, gut no connection, and it's yours, it's not a conditioned fear response. We'll get to that another time. So when you're not connected to your intuition, you get conditioned fear responses that cause you to act in a way that is outside of your higher self's connection, the source of you, which is actually the source of everything. We can get into that a little later. Let's just start with intuition right now, because I know that a lot of people that I've been talking to are really resonating with what I'm saying, but I'm finding that I'm losing you guys on some of the terminology that I'm using, so I'm just going to kind of jump through some of the keywords that I use a lot that I think some people may have an idea of what it means, but they are not actually applying the correct definition to it. So I wanted to just kind of provide that for you guys, so you have that reminder if you need it, or for anybody who's in a sense of awakening and is like, what is going on? First off, I'm going to point you guys up here and tell you to go to that video. It's the awakening video that I created, I think it was 2 years ago now, and it kind of runs through a little bit of what I went through when I awakened, but I didn't actually go into detail like I do in videos now, because it was kind of like literally my first video ever making for the public, and I really put my heart and soul into it, and I didn't actually have to spend a lot of time on it because I'm pretty good at editing, but I knew what I wanted to do as well. I knew how I wanted it to look aesthetically, and I knew what I wanted it to portray to people. So it was like I kind of had a vision. My guides showed me what I needed to do in that sense. And every time I tried to inauthentically, outside of the connection to my higher self, film it, I'm talking 5 different times. And at the time, I was a content creator creating anywhere from 5 to 10 videos a day. There's no word for what I'm savage. I didn't sleep. Like, it was savage. Okay, so for me to not be able to do 5 videos and like every single time something failed, where I know that it's actively not on my end because I've got control of everything and I know what I'm doing, I'm not a rookie in it, it's 5 to 10 videos a day, I can do it in my sleep. So it is kind of, that kind of also plays into how intuition is so important, and we're going to volley back to that in just a second, but back to this video. I cover a bit about how I got really sick when I started awakening, and this was in 2015. Like, my first awakening was in 2012, and I fought it every step of the way. And 2013 and 2014 were really hard years for me. And in 2015 is when I decided to stop drinking, like cold turkey. It was a gift to myself on my birthday. I said, I'm just gonna quit cold turkey for a year, and my ego was so, I don't need to drink. I don't need to drink. I'll quit for a year. People say it's hard. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna quit drinking. And I quit drinking cold turkey. And it wasn't hard. I didn't think about it. It was something I decided to do in that instant. I think it was Tony Robbins that said it doesn't take 25 years for a person to change. It takes that split second for that person to decide they don't want to feel the way they're feeling anymore. And they step out of that version of themselves by doing new things and stepping into the new version of who they wanted to be by doing those new things. So when I decide to do something, it's very much the same thing where my mind is just like decided. And I'm Libra, I'm a double Libra. I think actually a lot of air signs, if not all of the air signs, have that capability of just, bye, catch me while I care. That is an air sign thing for sure. Anyway, I had stopped drinking, like I just decided, and it was really like that. I didn't have any withdrawals or anything like that, and it's just because my mind had made that up, and that was the end of it. Once I stopped drinking, I want to say it was like 6 or 7 months into it, maybe less time. Actually, probably 3 months into it, I started to get really sick. Flu-like symptoms, pain in my stomach that was just unheard of, throwing up blood, like just all these crazy things that my body was doing that was like basically telling any doctor, if you were to look at them, like the body's shutting down, something's wrong. Running all these tests, doing all these x-rays, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my body on a physical plane level. Plane, not playing. It's aging because some weird energy came in. But I went to 4 or 5 doctors, 6 or 7 ER trips, 7 or 8K bills, and no one had an answer as to what was wrong. My body just adjusted. Like, I remember there was a time of me being sick in bed, which would have seemed like probably what's going around now. It would have seemed like that, but because I was the only one sick with it, it was just like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you, dude. But it was all the same symptoms. Almost. But with what's happening right now, it's really reminding me of that time with myself and my awakening. And so I just wanted to throw out some suggestions for those of you who may be feeling physically out of sorts, but like you're not sick. There are physical awakening symptoms that happen, and this is when your intuition starts to really rev up. It's like your soul's engine you're starting to hear the soul's engine, right? When a car starts to rev up, you're starting to hear your soul. And that bitch sounds good. That bitch sounds good. That's amazing. The song says, you make me feel good. Shout out to Satin Jackets. It's like a love song from my soul. So anyways, when you start to awaken and you start to hear your soul, start to feel all of these physical symptoms, you start to see double numbers and triple numbers, you start to see things align for you in a way that never did, almost as if you stepped into a completely different dimension. You totally did step into another dimension energetically. And energy never leaves. It just always moves. It always aligns with the energy that it matches up to. It mirrors it. It's more important than ever right now to focus and understand your intuition, to understand that voice in your head. We just thought of Jiminy Cricket. So yeah, you got your Jiminy Cricket. Your soul's your Jiminy, and you are slowly hearing Jiminy's little cricket song. You hear that? That's your soul. That's your soul awakening, waiting for you. Pay attention to accept the beauty of the flow state and to follow that. It's a little bit easier to do that now because a lot of us are home. And, well, like I said before, I've been self-quarantining since 1999. You spend a lot of time alone when it's like, I really, really, really don't leave my house because nothing has changed for me. And I realize how that sounds to people who are really going through hell right now. And that's why I'm doing this video. But I'm also trying to make you guys feel kind of good too. Okay, there are a lot of you that haven't been affected. Like, you're just like, yeah, I fucking hate that I'm sitting alone with my own thoughts. I don't want to be in my own head. True story. I was very young. I was like 23. I don't remember what drug I tried. I was gullible and I was younger and I tried some sort of drug. I don't know. I never tried the drug again because of what happened. I got lost. Like, it's the only way I can explain it. In my own mind. Like, I couldn't escape that bitch for, like, it felt like days. And everything went in threes. It was really weird. There were 3 dimensions. I think I had, like, a crazy awakening, not knowing that that's what happened. And I just wasn't mentally ready for it. Because as I, like, tell you guys about it now, I'm like, that sounds like an awakening. But for me, I was just like, what my dad had just, like, I don't think did he pass yet? He may have been really sick at that time, or he may have just passed. So I was like, yeah, no, that's what, okay, maybe that was what, I think I just had an epiphany. I think that little thing that I did with those drugs made an awakening happen, and I almost don't want to put this in a video because I don't want people to, like, go do drugs, because it was a really terrible time for me. I saw 3 different realities, and it was, none of them were bad. It was just, they were the same me in 3 different realities. Like, it's almost like the shit you see on that show Flash. It was way too much for me at the time. I mentally was not there. I was definitely not there mentally, and yeah, it was not something that I ever wanted to do again. So I don't think I ever touched any drugs like that ever again, just because it was, I'm not kidding you. I think my friend was like, you sat down on the bed and you were like laying on the bed for like 40 minutes. And I was like, it literally felt like 3 years. Like, I was not okay. It was just not okay. So that was like my first awakening. But my dad was really sick and he was my rock. And if you guys click the link down on my description, I will actually have a link for you to click so you can go directly to my story, and it kind of explains everything that happened so that I don't have to do that here, because this video is already pretty long. I'm gonna edit it down. I think you guys noticed by now that I edit my videos down. I do it because I don't want them to be so long. I talk a lot and I don't want them to be so long. It's not fancy editing, it's just like, how can I make this shorter? I'm talking again. So when it comes to your intuition, you're gonna see a lot of signs. The first one is you'll think of something and then you'll see it like 2 seconds later on TV. And, you know, I used to be like, oh my god, the FBI is in my phone. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know what they're doing. I don't control that. I'm here. Is that ant really in the light? These ants are out of control, man. Hey guys, so I have actually chosen to break up these videos into 2 parts instead of put it into one long video. I know personally I'm not going to watch a long video like that, so I don't expect you guys to. So today's affirmation for this video, because we're actually just going to split it up and say, see part 2 tomorrow. Sorry to do that to you, but it's gonna happen. And I swear, I promise I'll try. I didn't plan it. It's just, this is how it's happening. So anyways, the affirmation that you guys are going to have today is, I trust my intuition. I trust my intuition. I trust my intuition. And remember to trust your intuition, because trusting your intuition allows for so many amazing things. And remember that tomorrow you'll see the rest of the video, and it's actually going to be like a 3-part, I think, yeah, like a 3-part series about some personal manifestation stories. The first one being my penthouse apartment downtown. Alright guys, remember that your body is a vehicle for your soul, so be sure to drive yourselves well, my friends. Namaste. Oh, and if you like this video, like and subscribe.